Playbook Strategies for Smart Living, hosted by Nagaraj Annaiah, a distinguished realtor and mortgage consultant. This show is your ultimate guide to mastering the art of real estate. Dive into the world of immigration, mortgage solutions, home remodeling, insurance, real estate planning, and the ancient wisdom of Vastu. Elevate your living and make informed decisions with the insights and strategies shared by Nagaraj Annaiah. Stay tuned for an enlightening experience.
Hello, Bay Area. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. If you guys have not this is the first time hearing about the real estate playbook. Real estate playbook is all about different experts every week. Last week, we had an attorney coming out discussing about the H1B. The first week of February, we had discussing about the mortgage. We are live today on a Bali 92.3. Today, joined by the construction expert. Bay Area is lot nowadays about remodeling, right? If you're one of the buyer who is interested to do a remodeling, and you're one of the homeowner who's interested to add some additions, this is the right time to connect. Today we're joined by Naresh from NT Bay Area Construction. Hi Naresh, welcome to the show.
Hi Nagaraj, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good, Naresh. As listeners, if you're listening to the show and if you have any questions on construction, and if you're one of the buyer who wants to buy a house and you're confused, like maybe you're like looking to buy a 2 bedroom and add a third bedroom option, or like you're one of the buyer who wants to like do the kitchen remodeling, a bathroom remodeling. How do you go about it? If you have the questions on that, right, you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038. We are live, and today the question on the floor is, Naresh, the question on the floor is, what is ADU? If you guys know what is ADU, you can give us a call and share. Naresh would be giving it out, like basically he'll be giving out a free consultation for if you're one of the expert, if you need a remodeling, or like if you need an addition of the ADUs, right? Naresh would be giving a free consultation for that. Hi Naresh, thanks for joining in today. Today we are talking about one is a lot of in the remodel, a lot of in the Bay Area, right? I notice an unpermitted work happening in around, right? As a buyer, if you are ending up buying one of the house, right, where it is like not an unpermitted work is there, like maybe they've done the remodeling of without a kitchen, like maybe they did the removal of the wall, the structural related, right? Or if they have done anything on the kitchen or a bathroom, right? As a homeowner or as a buyer, how do they go about it?
Okay, that's really good question. So basically, permit is required when you are removing a wall. Okay, so if you are doing some extensions, right, some additions, some ADU, some extensions, so permit is required in that case. Even if you build without permit, the city might know and then give us a citation. That means you have to demo the existing house.
We have one caller. Let's take it up, Naresh. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, Nagaraj. My question is primarily targeted to Naresh.
Okay.
What are the differences, for example, in terms of permits or other approvals, when you add a room against adding something like an ADU?
Okay, so what are the requirements you're asking me? That's your question?
So what are the differences, for example, in terms of permits, approvals, and things like that?
Okay, the differences you're asking.
Yeah, between an ADU and another, just a room.
Okay, so
sorry, I didn't get your name, please.
My name is Om.
Hey, hi. So the question is like basically you're looking to do a remodeling and you want to understand to how do you add in a room or an ADU? Do you need a permit for that?
Yes, but not only one permit. I mean, in case of ADU, what are the differences? Different permits. For example, I know that ADU requires a kitchen, extra plumbing.
Yes.
Does it mean that it has to have a different water meter
Yes.
Is it completely considered as a different electrical connection? Things like that.
Yes, definitely. You're right. When you say ADU, right, it has its own unit. It's an independent unit. It has its own electrical. It has its own entrance. It has its own HVAC unit. It is separated from your existing unit.
Mhm.
So that is ADU. So yeah, so if you want to add a room might not be an ADU. Room can be an addition. So basically, if you have a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, so you can add another bedroom and a bathroom. So that is addition, extension to your house. But ADU means it's a separate unit. Okay. Did I
So
In
answer
terms
your
of
question?
permits and approvals, they're completely different aspects in terms of how the city views in terms
Yes.
of codes and
Yes,
building codes. Correct?
that is correct. That is correct. So basically, when you're trying to add a room, maybe the restrictions won't be that much as when you compare to adding a room. Okay, when you're trying to do some addition, it is something different. When you're doing in ADU, it is something different. ADU meaning it's more strict when it comes to permitting approvals and stuff. When you're doing some extension, so it is not that as difficult when you're building an ADU in terms of permits and planning and approval.
So one question, the follow-up
Okay.
question, right, Naresh? So does the lot matters when you're
Yes.
adding in a room or an ADU?
So basically, you need to depends upon the city to city. Some city allows you to 40% of the lot area. Okay,
Mhm,
so if you need to have that much, the rest you can build it, the
mhm,
ADU or addition or whatever you
mhm,
can build it. So so because right now in San Jose and other areas, there
mhm.
is a lot of backyards, a lot of space you have. So which is in city, they are more liberal. Okay. So
Got it.
before it is not the chance, right now they are more encouraging because of the rental
Lesser
and
number of homes,
yes,
right?
yes.
Home, do you have any follow-up question, Home?
And then Om can contact me. Uh,
Have we lost the home? Home, you
okay.
can reach out to Naresh
Naresh
also
from
later. We would be giving out the number. Do listen to the still end of the show. Hello, listeners. You're one of the home buyer or you are the homeowner. You're looking to do a remodel, or you are in one of the confused state like I have 1,200 square footage. I need to extend another 300 square footage, or you are one of the homeowner. You are stuck with I need a new modern kitchen, new modern bathroom, and you don't know where to get started. Or if you're one of the home buyer, you like were looking to buy a house in a Bay Area, you can any of these questions would be answered in this show, and you can give us a call. Our studio line number is 408-912-5038. Myself, Nagaraj Annaiah, the realtor, joined by Naresh from NT Bay Area Construction. We are talking about the remodeling or anything about the construction in the Bay Area. Do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408 912 5038. Naresh, continuing on our unpermitted work, right? See, a lot of times I visit a lot of homes in a week. Okay, some of the homes what I'm often getting right, like what I'm noticing is we have one more caller. Let's take it up. Hello, welcome to the Bay Area Real Estate Connect. Hello, I think can you hear us? We lost them. Uh, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi, this is Arjun.
Yeah, hi Arjun.
Yeah, so I have a question related to remodeling the house. Like, if you want to break the walls and want to redesign the thing, do we need to go and get the permit for that as well in San Jose?
yes. Yes, we do have to get permit if you are doing remodeling. Anything that you are moving walls involving major
Mm-hmm.
plumbing, major electrical, so plumbing is required.
Okay,
If you are just doing
okay,
some
and
painting, yeah,
so that basically means that the house is re-evaluated. Like my taxes will go high.
not necessary. If you are trying to add some additional square footage, then it will. But I don't think your property or your value goes up. But you can show it in the future. You have remodeled home. But I think Nagaraj will answer
I
better
think
answer.
that's a good question. See, adding up always right when you're doing a remodeling, right? Look for the what all the interior things or the finished products what you use and the quality of work what you do. Always when you're selling in, that brings down the value, because a lot of people doesn't know, like when, for example, when you go to the any updated houses, right, you look at the faucet, right? The faucet can be even $100. It can go up to a $3,000. $3,000, I'm talking about a minimum cost, right, Naresh? It might even go to a $10,000 on the faucets, right? So adding up the finished up products really, and how the quality of the work is done by the contractor, really it brings in the value when you're selling in, and it can stand out when you're selling in. That is why the quality or the efficiency of the contractor matters. I think Naresh also agrees on that, because there is a lot of contractors are in there who gives out a varied prices, but if they're not able to complete, and if they're not able to get it a complete finished product, your home doesn't have the value.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you
that's
have, do you have
completely
any other
true.
follow-up question?
I have an experience of like going through a local reference contractor and the work was not good.
Yeah. See, what happens right nowadays, there's a, even for the contractor stuff also, I've noticed sometimes, okay. So one contractor gives a good price, but the other contractor comes in down and gives it less price, and they go with that. But later, what does they do is, like, basically they might not be able to complete the work, right, Naresh? That's what we have noticed
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
That is where the licensed contractor matters a difference. If anything happens, you can go after them, right, Naresh?
Yes, that is correct. Absolutely. It is not necessary that if you get a bid from any of the contractor who is lower bid, that it is, you need to rethink, you shouldn't be going to the lower contractor, lowest quoted contractor. You need to shop, see their job, how they have done their previous jobs, talk to their referrals, and then see their reviews, talk to him in person, see their jobs, and then you need to make a decision. Right now, I have seen a lot of homeowners, they were using unlicensed contractors. So basically, they were not delivering the job properly. A lot of mistakes are happening. So because the problem is they are not licensed. Licensed meaning they don't have that ability. Who will get the license? Only the people who have real experience, who know the knowledge, who have real good experience, they can get the license. If it is not the same, then they won't be getting license. That means they are not that yeah.
Let me put
Yeah,
it,
please.
I think it's a qualified people only can
Yes,
get the license, right?
that is correct.
I
Yes.
think that's where I tell any home buyers, right? Never do unpermitted thing. Right. Thank you so much for calling in. If you have more questions, you can do reach out to Naresh after the show, and we would give out to the number at the end of the show. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take one more caller. Welcome to the Real Estate Playbook. I'm Nagaraj Annaiah.
Yeah, hi. My name is Sriram, and I have a question for Naresh here.
Yeah.
So, what are as we look at expanding the home, like what are the considerations? Like when would you want to go for an ADU versus just an extra room addition?
Okay, when would you like to go? So basically, ADU meaning, like I previously explained, ADU meaning additional dwelling unit, because it has its own entrance, own kitchen, everything separate. So if you're looking
Right.
at an investment perspective, that is a really good investment. So you will be, getting rent and stuff. So if you have a family, extended family living over there, you can live. So, but the thing is, you need to have a certain square footage, you need to have. So some cities, depending upon the city to city, some cities have 40%, some cities have 50%, and you need to also follow the setback. So that is what is ADU mainly. So addition meaning you're adding a room to your house, which is a bedroom or a bathroom or a hallway or maybe like a living area. So that is what it is. So to get the real value, it depends on person to person. So some people, they have a bigger lot, they want an ADU. Some people, they have a big family, so they want additional rooms. It all depends on person to person.
Got it.
I think
Got
so,
it. Got it.
Sriram. So
Yeah.
to add it more to it, right? It again depends on the real estate, depends on the individual, as Naresh put it in, right? Like basically,
Yeah.
it depends on their personal choice. But the real estate value wise, both brings in a difference. Now, the good thing about last week also in one of the discussions we had mentioned in, good thing is now in the Bay Area, right, we can sell the ADUs also as a separately because of the new zone, new law which is coming in. You can make it as an condos and you can sell the ADUs also. It depends on
Right.
what you're thinking in. That way you can go for that ADU.
Got it. See, that's why I had a question, right? Because should ADU necessarily be detached, or can it be, for
Okay.
example, I have a large room in the front, I could add some and, give it a small, kitchen and stuff and make that an ADU, right? So is that possible, or does it need
Yeah.
to be, a detached unit from the main living unit?
No, it can be attached or it can be detached. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay, because you're saying it needs its own HVAC and all of that. So
Yeah.
all of those need to come within that detached unit itself, is it?
Yes, if you're calling it as an ADU, so it need to have its own kitchen. It needs to have its own heating, cooling. It needs to have its own
Mm,
electrical. So in that way, you're separating. So basically, it is a separate unit, in
got
that.
it.
One more thing, should we have a separate address also for that? Definitely separate door number also, or is it necessary or not necessary?
It is not necessary. So if you have a really big lot, if you're splitting the lot, then you need to follow the planning, get the permission from the planning, and get the lot split into two, and then you can have at that time you can have another address.
Okay,
But you
got it.
can do, but you need to go with the planning approvals from the city
अभी
first.
प्लानिंग में लाइक हमको पता है 2 ईयर 3 ईयर प्लानिंग में जगह है तो राइट
Yes, I
या
mean,
श्रीराम एनी क्वेश्चंस आपको फॉलो
No, no. So that's what I was going to ask. Like, typically you're saying ADU is a bit more difficult than your usual reconstruction or remodeling or addition. So what is the lead time, in getting these permits approved?
so you're from San Jose?
Cupertino.
Okay, so Cupertino, we have worked couple of projects. So normally, we can take 6 months, up to 6 months to get the approved plans. So basically for us, we are a design and build construction company. So we take approximately up 2 months to do our architectural, structural, Title 24, energy calculations, and then structural calculations. We submit that report to the city, and then the city will take like 4 months or so, plus minus, up to 6 months, you can call it, and then we can get the
Okay.
permit. So you can call me at 510-324-6588, after the show. So I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Got it. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Sriram. And one
Thank
more
you,
thing,
Nagaraj.
Sriram, do you know this, right? Like all these recordings are uploaded in my YouTube channel and you can listen to it. And I'll give you the number for Naresh also. You can reach out after this show. Thank you.
Sure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys. Thank you.
We have one more caller. Let's take it up. Welcome to Real Estate Playbook.
Hey, hi.
Hi, thanks for waiting in.
No problem. So, quick question. So if you are let's say if you want to buy an investment property in Bay Area, right? So, just to question that, what are the areas are really good for the investment? Let's say an example, my investment is for $1 million around, right? So, do you have some suggestions on which areas are the best, for the growth?
It's a great question. So sorry, I didn't. Sorry, I missed your name.
Satish.
Hey Satish, see thing right, like investment wise, there should be always a smart move on the investment wise where you buy. Okay, just now recently I closed one for my client in Lathro. What he did was he bought something unique. He bought a lakefront houses. Okay, it was like around 1.15 million. Okay, but the rental, it again depends on how much down you're putting in. If you're putting in a 30% or 20% down, rental would be a $4,000 for that in around River Islands as of now. If it's a lakefront, okay. Maybe if you negotiate, maybe you can go to even a 4,500. Okay. So if that is the 1 million case, you can look at the Lathropa areas, River Island areas, Manteca. Okay. And one more is like nowadays closer to a Sacramento. There is a kind of it's the more of edge is coming in. You can look around there. So it depends on your how much down and how much uh, basically what you're looking is you're looking for a long-term things, right? Like are you looking for a bigger square footage?
Yeah. Thanks for the suggestion. So, but my question is, I know the rental part you mentioned, I know it won't work out in this high interest rate market, right?
Correct.
But let's say an example for the future growth, do you think this Mountain House and then Lathrop, this area, Manteca, or what you mentioned, is it going to
Certainly,
be a real
Satish.
scenario?
Certainly, because look at the number of homes around. Very less number of homes until the California somebody takes up change some laws to build more homes. Because we are not anything planning, as I was telling you earlier, right? Anything, if you want to do something extreme or you want to do anything, you go to the planning commission. It takes 3 years because they have a lot of work, because they need to go to the hearing, they need to the public hearing. Even if you want to bring up something higher of your floor also, right? It might block your views. They might not even get you a permit for that, right? So all that things are happening, and number of homes are coming up. Based on that, the people wants to move away. So once they start moving in vacation kind of homes, that kind of homes, the value surely nobody expected. Naresh, nobody expected even a mountain house stuff, right? Who had thought like it will reach a more than $1 million?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, 2016, 2017, I was laughing, dude. 500 walk, basically driving from there for 1.5 years, 1.5 hours, right? But now look at the properties around.
I
Okay,
agree.
always think about, always
Thanks
Satish,
for-
one thing about gold, land, or always fetches your returns.
Okay. I think if you suggest, like, if you are putting a more down, I think it is a better idea to go in this location where you buy a bigger home, so
Yeah.
always fetches the value.
Yeah, you can still look at the San Jose downtown also, right? If you're okay, you can look around San Jose downtown also. Depends on where you're living in.
How is Morgan Hill? Do you think Morgan
It's a good
Hill
place because Morgan Hill is a lot of vacant lands. Okay, that is one of the area I think lot of people have not tested around. Look at Morgan Hill also. It's a good place.
If you suggest the land, or is it do you think the homes itself is the
Land
better?
again
If you-
depends on. See, there is one of my client bought for 750K, 20 acres. But if you do, you will not have any return. Correct?
Yeah, true.
So it depends on what you're looking in. You want a monthly thing, maybe that doesn't work out, right? Maybe you can give it to a winery, but it might not fetch you a good rent for you.
But do you think is it safe to buy the land? The question. So is it like is it any issues with the land buying here, or
No issues, but only the down, right? Number of down, you need to look about how much down you're putting in. Maybe 20% is very difficult to get a land.
If I don't expect a return, so and then
It's
I
a good
put
thing.
it down, let's say.
But only thing is, one of my client who bought it in Morgan Hill, right? Naresh is working for last 3 years to get a approval from the planning, because they need to get a water conservoir, they need to go to the forest, everything. They need to go to up to the federal to get a permits, right? So that's what you need to do. It maybe getting a building a house, it might be too hard for you.
Yeah,
It'll take a lot of time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Satish. Hope you.
Yeah, thanks for the info.
Thanks. One more thing, all these shows are recorded, are uploaded on my YouTube channel, Nagaraj Annaiah. Today we are discussing with Naresh on the remodeling stuffs. And I think one last question, right, on the unpermitted work, right? As a buyer or somebody who's buying it, what all the things they should be look out for, Naresh?
So they need to look for whether whatever the build was done with permits or not. If it is without permits, there is a high risk. At any time, the city can knock your door and then say that, okay, you have an unpermitted area, so you have these many days to fix it, or take it away. So it's always a big risk. When you're
It's always a
buying.
big risk. That's
Yes.
always, it should be knowing it. But only thing is, if they have not done their work properly, right, Naresh, it is a problem of safety of the people also around. If there's
Exactly.
somebody has said the structural related. Thank you so much, Naresh, for joining in today. Like all these recordings, as I was telling you, all these recordings are uploaded in my YouTube channel on Nagaraj Annaiah. You can watch out and give your feedback. And if you have any follow-up questions, right, like you can leave it in the comment sections. And always you can reach out to Naresh after this discussion. Naresh, you can give out your number and what is the best. They can connect with you anytime, or how is it, Naresh?
Anytime. I'm pretty much open. So my name is Naresh. I'm from NT Bay Area Construction. Thank you, Nagaraj. My phone number is 510-324-6588.
Thank you. And you can reach out to me on nagarajhomes.com. Go to the nagarajhomes.com. There's a WhatsApp link. Click on the WhatsApp link and I'm happy you can always connect with me. And thank you. And have a wonderful evening today. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.